Happy New Year and welcome back to another episode of the Stat Sheet. Before we get any further, like the content, subscribe to the page. Don't forget to share, comment, post, and show love. If you guys got any recommendations about what you want us to talk about, any ideas, shoot us some DMs, some text, and we'll get it going, man. But with that being said, on the first ever episode of the 2024 Stat Sheets, the NFL playoffs are slowly approaching. I say slowly, but they're tomorrow, rather today. But we're going to discuss who do we think is going to make the playoffs. I mean, who's going to win the playoffs. And Alex, just give us who you think.
Well, let's pop into some brackets. Let's pop in and see who we think will advance. So we got our playoff bracket. We know who's in it, but we don't know who's going to win it. So I'll start us off. We got wild card weekend coming up and some good matchups. You got Matt Stafford going back to Detroit. Coach McCarthy playing his Packers again. Joe Flacco playing the Browns. Deshaun Watson's former team, the Texans. Did I say Joe Flacco playing the Browns? I meant the Texans. Same thing. Dolphins Chiefs going to be like negative 30 degrees. I think there's snow in Buffalo.
Yep.
Some crazy matchups. So let me start off. I'll start in the AFC. I'm going to go with the Browns over the Texans. As much as I hate to say it, I wish that wasn't the case. But I think experience is going to speak volumes in that game. CJ Stroud's had a great year. Probably offensive rookie of the year. If not, he's close second. But I think Joe Flacco and the Browns will win that game. Chiefs, Dolphins. The Chiefs played them earlier in the year and won. It's going to be like negative 30 in that game. I don't see how the Chiefs don't pull this one out. I think the Chiefs defense is a little too good for the Dolphins, and they've been struggling. So I'll go Chiefs. And then Bills, Steelers, Buffalo. Steelers shouldn't even be in the playoffs. They should not. Please just get rid of them.
He's biased because he's a Ravens fan. So
I am. And we'll get to that shortly. But seriously, how do the Steelers make it? Seriously, it's crazy. Over to the NFC side. Bucks, Eagles. Now this one, I really think the Buccaneers can pull this one out because the Eagles are just spiraling downward. They have injuries left and right. Jalen Hurts has, I guess it's a fractured broken finger. He hasn't even been throwing the football, and now they have a primetime matchup against the Bucks. And we know Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, they can air it out over there. And the Eagles secondary is suspect. They lost to the Cardinals, just lost to the Giants.
Yeah.
But I think the Buccaneers at home, I think they can pull it out. Lions, Rams. Now, this is a good game. I really hope both teams have success. But Stafford's return to Detroit in the playoffs, the Lions are going to be good in the future. They are. This is just one step. But I think the Rams pull it out. The Rams have a lot of offensive firepower. And the Lions defense, the secondary is a little suspect. So I'll go with the Rams, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, that trio right there that's dangerous. Cowboys, Packers. Packers could upset them, but they're not. I got the Cowboys in this one. And on to the divisional round. I think it's straightforward. 49ers beat the Rams. Cowboys beat the Bucks. And the AFC side, well, first of all, Ravens are going to beat the Browns. It's just happening. We got to retire Joe Flacco. Got to. And the Chiefs and Bills, this is going to be a great game. But it seems like every year in the playoffs, Patrick Mahomes gets the better of Josh Allen. I think we got Chiefs and Ravens in the AFC title game. I think this is just Lamar's year, man. He just got named All-Pro. He's going to win MVP.
I bet you do think it's his year.
Yeah, I do think it. It's meant for destiny. 2019 was a disaster. COVID year was iffy. He finally got his playoff win. and then back-to-back years of injuries. This year's it's meant to be, I'm telling you. Now, who's he gonna play in the Super Bowl? Will it be the Cowboys finally making it back to Super Bowl, or will it be a rematch? 49ers Ravens in the Super Bowl. I don't I don't want it to be both number one seeds, but I think it just will be. It's two of the best teams. And say what you want about what happened on Christmas. 49ers think they might get their revenge. They're not. Ravens are going to be your Super Bowl champions. So
I expected him to say nothing else. Noted, and I've been saying it all podcast.
I'm clearly biased, clearly. But it's hard to deny it. The leadership is there this year. The offense is clicking. They're blowing out opponents. I just seen they set an NFL record 10 wins against teams above 500. Nobody's ever done that. The defense is elite. They led the league in turnovers, sacks, and lowest points per game in the league. I mean, this team is just it's meant to be. It's meant to be. And that's my list. But I'll clear it out for you, Najee. See what you rebuttal with here. And go ahead, man. See what you got.
I'm going to say it's meant to be, but it's highly likely that will happen. With that being said, let's get into the wild card weekend. The Bucks can very well upset the Eagles, and I forgot that Jalen Hurts hurt his finger. AJ did go out on the first play of the game. When you said that, it messed my bracket up a little bit. A lot.
They can still win. They can still win.
They can still win, but Rashad White's been going off this season. Mike Evans, you know what he's gonna do. So I gotta go with the Eagles. Come on, man. I mean, it's gonna be a good game regardless, and I think they could upset them, but I don't see the Eagles losing this one. The Lions and the Rams is a great one. I was thinking about that offensive line Jared Goff has. That defense is good. That secondary is definitely needs some work, and especially with Puka Nacua and probably the offensive rookie of the. I mean, who is probably the offensive rookie of the year, and Cooper Kupp. Kyren Williams is dominated. I mean, this season easily. I don't see how the Rams lose this game, and I don't even think it's going to be a close one. So I got the Rams winning that one. Cowboys and Packers. I'm a Bears fan. That's all I'm gonna say. Get the Packers up there. I mean, no, get the Cowboys up there. Packers ain't winning nothing.
We can put the Packers.
We can't put the Packers nowhere. I don't even know how they made it. We should have beat them. Whatever. The Cowboys, man. And it's not even going to be close. They won't even score. It's going to be dominant. Those Packers suck, and everybody get exposed.
Do we got a score prediction?
30, 33.
33 to nothing?
30-3. I got 30. They might find a way down there. Let me not say that. The Packers have been balling the second half of the season. I mean, Jordan Love's finding his rhythm. Aaron Jones is back and healthy. This really could be an upset. This really could. But I do got the Cowboys pulling it out. Over to the AFC. Man, I like CJ. I don't want to see the story end. I don't want to see it end, but it's going to end. The Browns have a dominant defense, and Flacco's on a tear.
So, I'm pulling for him. Come on.
So I got the Browns beating the Texans. It's going to be a lot of snow out there, and Kansas City has been playing terrible the second half of the season, and it's not a fluke. This is just not their year, and they're a first-round exit to the Dolphins, who have a crazy run game in A-Chain and Mostert, which is going to show out against those boys. So I got the Dolphins pulling it out. And then, like Alex said, I don't even know how they made it up here. TJ Watt's not playing. And that's their defense player of the year, offensive player of the year. That's their team right there. I got the Bills pulling that one out for sure. So
I just want to say, look at every starting quarterback in here. Steelers have Mason Rudolph starting. Go ahead. That's crazy.
I mean, exactly what he said. But whew, and these divisional rounds is where it gets tough. The Dolphins are going to want to get theirs back, especially after that performance against the Ravens. But they won't. Baltimore is going to do it again. They're the real deal. I think Baltimore is going to have a bad game in these playoffs. Hopefully they can win it. But even if they have a bad game against the Dolphins, I still see them winning. Browns and Bills. Oh, they think that The Bills are probably. I mean, they do the same dance every year, and nothing's gonna change it this year, man. Joe Flacco and the Browns are going to beat Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, man. It's it's just what it is, man. I love Josh Allen, but uh, that whole little thing they got going on over there, they better fix it. It's going down real fast, and if not this year, the next year, it's over. So over here to the NFC, we got the Cowboys and the Eagles. Those Cowboys are going to win that game. The Eagles have been spiraling out of control. To me, the Cowboys have been riding high. They have their bumps in the roads, but regardless, they've been playing pretty well, and that's not going to stop. This is like it could be the Cowboys' year. It actually could be, and you would think they have lost Diggs early in the season, and they're still kind of going crazy. So, um, I got Cowboys winning that one. Then you got Bang Bang Niner Gang and the Rams. I mean, the 49ers are going to pull that out. They're just as dominant as any team in the NFL. And they want that. They're going to want to prove it. They had Brock Purdy was hurt last year, and they felt like they were robbed because they didn't have a QB. But now they're going to show out these playoffs, and anyone going against them is in trouble. But then the one team in the NFC I think can beat them is the Cowboys. And that's who they're going to have to go against in the conference championships. And this is where it gets tough for me. But I got to go to 49ers. I got to go 49ers because I love the Cowboys, but I don't really love them. But
he's a Cowboys fan.
It just what can you do against what this team has on both sides of the ball? You really can do nothing. You can only do so much, and they won't do enough. So I got the 49ers pulling out that one in a tough game. And then you got the Ravens and the Browns, and then I would hate to say that the Ravens are going to make it, because they've been through a lot to get to this point. So, and they're going to show out. They're going to beat the Dolphins, but they're not going to beat the Browns. They're going to have a bad game in these playoffs. I think it's going to be against the Browns, and I think the Browns have enough to pull it out. So I got the Browns in the Super Bowl. Just kidding, man. Put the Ravens up there. It's going to be the Ravens and the 49ers, man. The Ravens and the 49ers should easily beat any team in these playoffs. I think they're going to have a pretty solid road to get there. I got the Ravens and the 49ers meeting up. It's going to be the rematch. And I thought the 49ers were going to win when they played earlier this season. I thought it wasn't going to be close. I thought the Ravens were a fluke. I thought that they were going to show it. But the Ravens said, no, we're here for real. And I think they're going to keep showing that. And I think until they get to this point, they're going to play like they got that chip on their shoulder. But I think the 49ers want it more. I think they're going to be hungrier. And it's going to be a great game. But I don't see the 49ers losing this, right? They've come so close year after year after year, lost to the Chiefs last year, Brock Purdy, and now their QBs go down. And this could be to me, this could really go either way. This is the closest matchup possible, right? And I know how those Ravens are against NFC teams. Lamar Jackson has been kicking their butts, but Super Bowl, I just feel like the level of play is the hardest. So this is the hardest game. And the 49ers got enough to win it. So big time players make big time plays, and the 49ers are going to do that all game long. And bang, bang, Niner game, all your Super Bowl champions. Sorry, Alex. I know this is not the way you pictured it, but it's going to be this way.
Look, I'm just saying, if the Ravens made the Super Bowl and we don't win, I almost wish we got eliminated earlier. Don't do that to me. If we're gonna make it, you gotta win it.
I'll tell you right now, y'all made it further than my Bears did. So I mean, I would personally just be happy to be here. But I guess when your team is that stacked, you finally get Lamar those weapons, and you're doing everything you knew you could be. He's been healthy. You just expect greatness. So if I were you, I probably wouldn't shut a friend anything less than the Super Bowl. So I understand it.
Gotta be it. Gotta be the year. But these are our brackets. And, I mean, there's some great matchups. I think a sneaky matchup, Lions, Rams. One of these teams could go on a run. Could upset the Niners. could upset one of them teams. I think they can go on a run. But
Another one though, the AFC, the Texans. Do not sleep on those Texans. This is not fake. This is not. I know Tank Dell's gone, but Nico Collins is still there. Pierce just took over that running back one position, and CJ Stroud can make plays. So, hey man, watch out for those Texans. I'm rooting for them the whole way. That's who I want to win it all. I don't think they will, but that's who I'll be rooting for the entire way.
we'll see. We'll see, man. It's gonna be a great playoffs. But let us know what you guys think about our predictions. And we'll see how we fare throughout the postseason. Obviously, let's go Ravens. Gotta win it all this year. Doesn't matter what Najee thinks.
Go Bears.
But that'll do it for now. Make sure you leave some comments. Let us know what you would do instead of our predictions. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we will be back with more content very, very soon. Till then, see y'all next time.